If it is not love, what then is it that I feel? But if it is love, before God, what kind of thing is it? If it is good, whence comes this bitter mortal effect? If it is evil, why is each torment so sweet? If by my own will I burn, whence comes the weeping and lament? If against my will, what does lamenting avail? O living death, O delightful harm, how can you have such power over me if I do not consent to it? And if I do consent to it, it is wrong of me to complain. Amid such contrary winds, I find myself at sea in a frail bark, without a tiller, so light of wisdom, so laden with error, that I myself do not know what I want, and I shiver in midsummer, burn in winter. Love has set me up like a target for arrows, like snow in the sun, like wax in the fire, like a cloud in the wind, and I am already hoarse, lady, with calling for mercy, and you do not care. From your eyes the mortal blow came forth, against which time and place do not avail me. From you alone come forth, and it seems a light matter to you, the sun and the fire and the wind that make me such. Thoughts of you are arrows, your face a sun, desire a fire, and with all these weapons love pierces me, dazzles me and melts me. And your angelic singing and your words, with your sweet breath against which I cannot defend myself, are the breeze before which my life flees. A new little angel on agile wings came down from heaven to the fresh shore where I was walking alone by my destiny. Since she saw me without companion and without guide, a silken snare which she was making, she stretched in the grass wherewith the way is green. Then I was captured, and it did not displease me later. So sweet a light came from her eyes.
with him, his presence, they could. There was something blessed in his manner. Women saw him and wanted to weep, to tell them that their chests hurt and their knees did too. Strong women and wives saw him and told him well-dressed visitations were that had followed them straight from their dreams. Therefore, although he did not understand why this was so, he was not surprised when Denver dripped tears into the stove fire. Nor, 15 minutes later, after telling him about her stolen milk, her mother wept as well. Behind her, bending down, his body an arc of kindness, he held her breasts in the palms of his hands. He rubbed his cheek on her back and learned that way her sorrow, the roots of it, its wide trunk and intricate branches. Raising his fingers to the hooks of her dress, he knew without seeing them or hearing any sigh that the tears were coming fast. And when the top of her dress was around her hips, he saw the sculpture her back had become, like the decorative work of an ironsmith too passionate for display. He could think but not to say, "Oh Lord, girl," and he would tolerate no peace until he had touched every ridge and leaf of it with his mouth.